Hello everybody, Gmod here, and welcome back to the final episode of Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we went out looking for the legendary Pokemon Groudon, and after a bit of a struggle, we managed to catch it and bring it alongside its friends, or I guess not really friends, because, you know, they've been fighting for forever, Kyogre and Rayquaza, so hopefully they're all having a jolly good old time in the PC box. That being said, though, you heard me right, today is the final episode of Pokemon Emerald. And on this episode, we're going to be taking on this game's Super Boss. This game only has one Super Boss, and it's not even technically called the Super Boss, but with how it's treated and how everything's done about it, I think it's fair to call it a Super Boss. That being said, however, before we go setting out for this final objective of ours, we should probably go to the Pokemart and make sure we're all prepared. So let's go over here. Welcome, how may I serve you? You may serve me for the final time, my good man, and I am really broke, wow. I mean, it's the final thing we're doing, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Let's see here. Definitely gonna be buying some Hyper Potions. I'm gonna buy... I can only afford 7. Ouch. Okay, I'll buy 5. 5 should be more than enough, I think. And finally, we'll use the rest of our money on some revives. I think we'll be fine, and hopefully I can do this without items. I'm gonna be trying to use at least amount of items as possible throughout this, because I think that'll make it way more fun. But yeah, it's been a good time, Pokemart employee. I'll miss you. Farewell. It's the last time we'll see each other. You know, until I play another Pokemon game. But anyways, that being set aside, I figured it'd be the perfect way to start off this episode by being at Evergrande City, the place where we became champions, because, believe it or not, even though we're champions, and we fought the champion of the Hoenn region before us, there is still someone out there who's much, much stronger than the champion. And today, we're going after them. So that being said, it's time to fly off and go do this. And as a heads up, of course, as you probably already know, you want to make sure you stock with items and whatnot if you're going to go for this. And you're also going to be wanting to make sure you have a Pokemon with Waterfall on you, as Waterfall is the only way you can get to this boss. So that being said, I will meet you at where we need to go. And the closest place to where we need to go is, I believe, Fall Arbor Town, if memory serves right. I'm pretty sure I'm correct here. I don't know what to see it. Yep, this is definitely the place. Fall Arbor Town. So that being said, folks, I'll cut away here quickly. We're just going to go ahead and cut right away to where we need to be, because where we're going, it's a place we haven't been to in a while. So that being said, I'll see you guys in just a moment. Miss this root theme. I've been listening to this so much because of the project. I'm gonna miss this root theme. It's glorious music. It's glorious piano. It just, it's such a good song. But unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end. And hey, yodel-a-hee-hoo. You're supposed to shout yodel-a-hee-hoo since it doesn't echo here. Okay, no more yodel-a-hee-hoo in my face. All right, let's keep going. Here we are, once again. We haven't been here in forever, but this here, for you forget, it's Meteor Falls. We haven't been through here, and, well, actually, no, we have been through here, and there wasn't too much to see. However, we haven't actually seen most of the place yet. So that being said, we're going to be going in here because the Super Boss is actually hidden within here, and it's actually a really good hiding place for the Super Boss, because you think, huh, where would they hide something? In a place that we've been to once that you know, if you've gone through it once, you may think there's nothing left to do here, but in fact, there was very much things left to do here, so very well hidden hiding spot. That being said, though, before we go in, there's one last thing I want to talk about, and that is my team here going into this. As you can see, I've trained my Pokemon just a little bit by battling the Elite Four over and over again to get some experience on some of my Pokemon here, and while training some of my Pokemon, try to learn some new moves and whatnot. And in particular, I want to make note of my Pokemon here before going into this. We got Carson, level 53, the Weezing. And it's mostly the same, however, it actually has a new move instead of Explosion. Even though exploding is very, very fun, I figured that this move here would be probably more useful in the long run. This is Destiny Bond. Destiny Bond is a move that sets up a trap upon your Pokemon. That'll make it so that if your opponent knocks you out the same turn, or the next turn you use Destiny Bond on, they will also get knocked out with you. It's a sacrifice move, and it's a pretty good one at that. And I figured it may be worth having, as Explosion is not going to be doing as much favors as you're going to see in the near future. So yeah, outside of that, that's been Carson, who's apparently a very smart Pokemon. Next up, Red the Slacking, the MVP, everyone's favorite ape. I was gonna think of something else to say, but I ran out of words to say. Basically, Bread the Slacking, who is pretty much the exact same. Just Hyper Beam, Strength, Yawn, Amnesia. Pretty simple. And apparently, he's very cute. I can kind of see it. You know, monkeys can be cute. Except, I don't know about this monkey, but I love you nonetheless, Bread. That being said, next up, Zipper the Banette. I'm pretty sure you're the exact same as well. Let's see. Yeah, you're the exact same as before. Just level 53 now. Zipper the Banette, I wanted to use a Banette for this project, mostly because I've never done it before, and I thought it'd be cool to have a ghost type on my team. And I'll be honest, while you probably have been, unfortunately, the least used Pokemon on my team, and probably the least close to MVP of the team, it's been a joy having you nonetheless. You're such a cool Pokemon. And if only your Mega were here, then maybe you'd be the MVP of the project. That being said, though, Zipper the Vanette. Next up, Damsel the Flygon. The sassy Flygon may add at that, and I'm pretty sure you're also the same. Yep, Dragon Breath, Earthquake, Fly, and Rock Tomb. Pretty much all the same as usual. Good old Damsel, who is also apparently very smart. Next, I've got Piedra the Cacturne here. Has Sandville, as always. I don't know why I mentioned that of all things, but I did. I don't know. I was just looking at the screen. That's what my eyes first saw. So, there you go. There's my blind mouth at work. Gastark, good old Piedra. We always know. We know and love him. As you can see, his moveset is pretty much all the same as usual. It's Giga Drain, Fan Attack, Leech Seed, Needle Arm, and apparently he is a incredibly smart Pokemon. Wow, look at you go. Piedra's a smart cookie. You can go for your college exams right now if you felt like it. And finally, at least, yeah, definitely finally, Arnold the Swampert. I trained him up to level 56. He's my starter Pokemon. I figured he should get some special treatment. Be the ace of the hole, be higher leveled, all that good stuff. That being said, Brave Nature, Torrent, everything we've all seen before. And holy crap, 171 attack? I didn't realize my Swampert was that powerful. Arnold, you're quite beefed up, huh? And also, as you can see here, the moveset is mostly the same. However, during level up, it actually hit level 53 and learned Earthquake, which Earthquake we already talked about before, as Damsel already has it. Incredible, reliable move, and we're definitely going to be using it a lot in the upcoming battle. And I am very so glad to have 2 Earthquake users, or else this battle here that we're about to do might not be very possible. That being said, though, that's the team, folks. It's been a long journey, but it's time to move forward. Let's go into the beautiful Meteor Falls. Ah, what a heavenly tune before the destruction that's about to unravel before us. So Meteor Falls, we've been out here for the most part, but you think we've already picked up the Moonstone over here, right? Yeah, we've already been over here. We've already been down over here. However, we haven't been up here, and this is the place we need to go. That being said, like I said before, you're going to be needing Waterfall to get up here, and nope, go up the waterfall, don't bash against the waterfall. Gonna go right up the waterfall, use that powerful arm strength of yours, Arnold. Seriously, 171 attack, good lord. As you can see, there's a cave entrance back here. Let's check it out. Go over here as well, and as I should mention this quickly before we go any further, what we're doing right now is an emerald-only thing. If you're playing Ruby and Sapphire, this cave here is not even here whatsoever. Well, Meteor Falls is here, but not this part of the cave. You know what I'm trying to say. And I don't actually remember if I want to go to the bottom ladder or the top ladder here. Let me think here for a second. This is not where we want to go. There's some trainers back there. You can find some items back there. However, we're not going to be bothering with that. We only have one destination today, and that is over here. There's an item over here. Let's see what it is. It is TM23 Irontail. Interesting. Irontail here, our final team we're going to be picking up for the entirety of the project. Irontail is a rather hit-or-miss move, quite literally, because it has 100 power, which just sounds really nice. However, it only has 75 accuracy, so it's rather prone to missing. It also can raise your defense sometimes when using it, so it's actually a pretty solid move if it lands. The problem is, it doesn't always land, and, I think I'm actually going to risk it here and actually teach Irontail to one of my Pokemon. I think I'm going to teach the Damsel here. And I think I'm going to get a Rock Tomb, because Rock Tomb's just not very strong, and even though the lowering speed is kind of nice, I think I'd rather have the sheer fire power, or I guess the iron power, of Irontail, so I'm not going to teach that instead. And there you go, you learn how to swap your giant tail. Nice. And that being said, let's keep on going. And through here, in Meteor Falls, you keep on going back this way, you'll eventually find what we came to find. Look who it is. Looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? That being said, before you go ahead and talk to Steven here, I highly, highly recommend you save your game. You only get one shot at this. If you lose, you do not get a rematch. You have to win on your first try, or else you're not going to get to, ever win. So that being said, I am definitely saving my game right now. So that being said, I'll see you guys in just a moment. And whenever you're ready, now everything's set to go, step forward. Let's face our final challenge. Hey, Steven, how goes it? Oh, wow, Zachary. I'm amazed you knew where to find me. You, maybe thinking me as just a rock maniac. No, that can't be right. We battle alongside each other to stop the Space Center. This right here bothers me, because this right here is a typo in the Super Boss's dialogue. It's Moss Deep Space Center, not Sutopolis. Anyways, me being a nerd aside, you should have a very good idea about how strong I am. Okay, Zachary, if you're going to mount a serious challenge, expect the worst. That's right, folks. We get to battle the Ruby and Sapphire champion himself, or I guess ex-champion now, Steven Stone. And I just gotta say this quickly, even though, Steven, you're a cool guy and everything, why did they use the May rival battle theme for this? They definitely should use the champion theme. I don't care if you're not a champion anymore, you definitely deserve the champion theme. But oh well, this fight's still pretty cool. That being said, let's get this started. Skarmory is his lead Pokemon, coming at level 77. Yes, you heard that right, 77, as in over 20 levels higher than I am. I do not recommend you fight this thing, or Steven, I don't know why I call him the thing, nearly the level that I am, and I highly recommend you fight him at a much higher level, but we're doing it this way because I want a challenge, so we're doing it this way. That being said, Skarmory, Steel Flying type, following moveset, all the good stuff, yada yada. This thing has a ton of physical defense, and this thing's only really weak to fire and electric, and it's not so good in the special defense department, so if you have special moves like fire and electric, you're going to be opening up with that. That being said, time to Thunderbolt. And you want to take this thing out as fast as possible, because this Skarmory's main job on Steven's team here is to set up spikes. What spikes is that it's an entry hazard move. It's basically any Pokemon that gets thrown in that's touching the ground will take a little bit of chip damage every time they get thrown in, which adds up and can be quite annoying. So if you can, you want to try to knock this thing out instantly. Unfortunately, though, I don't really have a best way to do that. My best way is just to spam Thunderbolts, which looks like it's going to be a free KO. And it's got spikes on the ground, which kind of sucks, but it's unfortunate. But we'll have to deal with it. So for another Thunderbolt, if you want to get paralyzed for you, that'd be great. He does not, but I do get leftovers recoveries. That's good. Now, let's see. Is he going to go off for another layer of spikes? He's going to attack me. Let's find out. He goes for another Steel Wing, and he actually misses. Alright, perfect. That should be Skarmory down. At least I hope. Perfect. Okay, Skarmory down. Not the worst, but it did get a layer of spikes, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the worst. Okay, first Pokemon down, 5 to go. Let's keep going with this. Next up is Claydol. Well, I think I actually have the perfect counter to Claydol over here. I have a freaking Cacturne being Pietro here. And I think this is the perfect counter to you. So let's do this now. His second Pokemon, Claydol, Ground Psychic type, level 77, I think, as well. Actually, no, 75, I think. Yeah, 75, Ground Psychic type with the following moveset. This thing here, its main job on Steven's team is to set up screens being reflected light screen, and makes it and its team takes less damage overall. However, I'm going to be setting up my Leech Seed here, and I take advantage of the fact that it doesn't really have anything too strong to hit me with, as I'm immune to Psychic moves, and I resist Ground type moves. And I miss my Leech Seed. That's really unfortunate. It sets up both of the screens. That's kind of annoying, but it's okay though, because as long as I don't knock this thing out too quickly, the screens will probably run up by the time I knock it out, which is perfect. So it's got both screens up now, which kind of sucks. However, with the Leech Seed and Giga Drain combo combined, I should be able to heal up any damage it does. And its only move it can hurt me with is Earthquake, I'm pretty sure. That still is a decent chunk, you know, it is a whole level 20 levels higher than me, so it makes sense. Thankfully, with Giga Drain and Leech Seed combined, we should really heal off a lot. Yeah, look at that. After Leech Seed, we're going to heal off pretty much all the damage to deal to me, which is pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. I pretty much took no damage at all. Honestly, Leech Seed has probably been like one of the most useful moves I had during this entire project. It made a lot of things that weren't possible, so I kind of underestimate how good Leech Seed really is to have in the main game. It's more of a multiplayer move in my eyes, but it clearly very much works in the single player too. Let's go for another Giga Drain here. It's not going to do too much into Light Screen, which has special attack, which is a little bit annoying, but we're doing fine. And I think that the next Giga Drain combined with Leech Seed will knock it out, which would be great. Right, let's see here. It does... it will probably knock it out. Although I'm not sure if I actually want to knock it out, though. That's the thing, because if I knock it out here, then its screens are still going to be up for its partner Pokemon. You know, I'm overthinking things. Let's just take this thing out. It can't set up screens if it's knocked out after all, so let's go for it. And that definitely hurts. Thankfully, now we're going to get all of our HP back, and I think the Leech Seed will knock it out. At least I'm pretty sure it will. Let's see. Okay, Light Screen wore off. It's got one more turn-up from Flag, which is a little annoying, but it should be fine. And there we go. All taken care of. Down goes the second Pokemon. Not bad. Got tons of XP for our trouble. And the next Pokemon he's going to send out is Armaldo. Interesting. Alright. Armaldo. Let's see. I think for Armaldo, I'm going to go right into... Zipper and Brino, unfortunately, are not going to be able to do too much this fight, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and go right into Zipper here. And do some damage against this Armaldo while I got the chance. Armaldo here, his third Pokemon of the squad. Rock Bug type, level 76 with the following moveset. This thing is mostly a physical attacker, so if you have ways to deal with that, you'll be doing pretty well for yourself. And this thing's also really, really slow, so I think I'll be able to get a Willow Swap. Let's see. I am faster, but I end up missing. As it goes for an Ancient Power. Ancient Power here can be a little bit annoying because if it gets a 10% chance, it'll actually get a chance to boost all of its stats at once, which can be kind of scary. Thankfully, though, it didn't get it, which is fine with me. Of course, obviously, why would I want it to trigger, duh. So there we go. Okay, so Zipper unfortunately didn't get to do anything. I was hoping to hit this thing with a Willow to lower its attack, but oh well. So in that case, I think the time to spend Waterfall is now. And if I'm lucky, I might be able to get some flinches on this thing, which would be perfect. I do not. It gets Slash Tower, which could crit me, which hopefully it doesn't. Okay, we live one. If it doesn't get a crit, we can live another one, which is perfect. And it almost goes down. As it goes for another Flash. Now, I'm pretty sure he's going to heal up himself up here, because like any pro trainer in the Pokemon series, you aren't a boss character if you don't carry full restores everywhere. He's got 3 of them total, and this is his first one, so that's pretty good. Now we're making him use them up now. Just believe it. We have not even come close to seeing what the scariest thing on the team is. And that one did way more than before. I guess the Torrent Boost is really kicking in now. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock this thing out right away. Perfect. Thank you, Torrent. And there goes Armaldo. He's down to 3, and I've lost 2 Pokemon myself, so not so bad so far. And next up is Aggron. Interesting. I think I'm going to stay in, actually. Alright, his 4th Pokemon of the squad. Aggron here. Level 76, Steel Rock type with the following moveset. This thing's got immense defense, as Hendrik would say from Dragon Quest. It's got high attack and high HP, but overall special defense is not that good. It has a lot of quad weaknesses, so if you have those things, like such as fighting on ground, you should be in a pretty good spot. And I definitely have those things, so I think I'll go for an Earthquake here. As it's actually faster than me. Crap, that's actually really not good. Let's see. In that case, I think I'm just gonna go over here for Damsel. As it's my other Earthquake user, it's actually really, really handy to have 2 Earthquake users, because as you can probably figure out at this point, Steven here is mostly a user of Rock and Steel type Pokemon. He has a Claydol, which is the only exception being a Ground type, but for the most part, he likes his Steel and he likes his Rocks. So, if you got ways to deal with them, you're in a good spot. And my Earthquake did exactly half, not bad. As it goes for Solar Beam. Interesting choice there, good sir. However, I'm faster than you, so I'm just going to go for another Earthquake and knock this thing out. And perfect. Alright, we're not doing too bad, actually. That's another Pokemon down. Alright. As in, for his next Pokemon, he brings in... Oh! God, he's bringing in his ace in the hole. I am not going to lie to you. With my current roster here, I'm actually not too confident I'll be able to take out this Metagross with what I got at the current moment. It's his ace in the hole Pokemon. I'll talk more about it in a second here, but let me think. I think I'm going to bring in Carson. I think that's the right play here. I'm going to bring in Carson here. It's got high defense, but this thing's got part Psychic type move, so it's definitely not going to be able to take a hit from this thing. So I think, even though I really want to defeat Steven here, I almost said Metagross. I mean, Metagross is pretty much the final boss here, so, you know, it's worth mentioning. But anyways, Metagross here, level 78, Steel Psychic type, the strongest Pokemon you'll find in your entirety of the main game, with the following moveset. This thing does immense damage, has amazing stats all around, and in fact, it's so strong that you could say that the damage it deals is Metagross. That was terrible. Anyways, moving on. As I was saying, I wanted to try and defeat Steven without using any items here. However, I'm actually not too confident I'm gonna be able to take on this Metagross here. It's level 78. I think I'm gonna break my own pride here and use a Revive. And it's gonna go for Psychic, which is definitely gonna hurt, but I can definitely take one. I'm not take one. What am I saying? I'm gonna take the one and then die. That's what I meant to say. My bad. I'm in the moment, okay? I'm hyperactive. So I think next I'm going to go over here to Bread, and while Bread cannot really touch this thing with any of its attacking moves, I think I'm going to try and put this thing to sleep with a Yawn. As if I can put this thing to sleep, and oh, it misses too. Okay, perfect. That's actually really good. So now this thing's going to be put to sleep here, and Bread's going to get to stay out for an extra turn, which is great. So I'm going to use this extra turn I got since it misses Meteor Mash, its signature move. I'm going to go over here, I'm going to Hyper Push right into Arnold here, so I'm going to be needing all the help I can get to take this thing out. So yeah, Metagross here, talking a little bit about this. This thing has a signature move called Meteor Mash. And Meteor Mash here is a powerful physical steel type move unique to Metagross that has a 10% chance of raising its attack and also apparently critical hitting me. God damn, that did a lot of damage. The good news is, though, that now it's going to be going to sleep. And I think in the turn that it's going to be going to sleep, I'm going to go ahead over here. I'm going to get Pietro out here and take my time while it's going to go to sleep. And set up a leech seed onto this thing. Get some HP getting back to me because I need all the help I can get against this thing. Let's see. I'm going to go for the leech seed. Well, it's going to stay fast asleep as it should be. Perfect. I thought I missed for a second there. I was about to flip, but no, it did. Works for me. Okay. Some HP back. Quite a bit of HP back, actually. Holy crap, that's a lot. Metagross does have a ton of HP after all. And unfortunately, Steels does still actually resist Dark, so I have nothing to hit this thing super effectively with, so instead I'm going to go right for the Giga Drain as it wakes up immediately. That's not good. And I'm definitely going to get knocked out by this Meteor Mash, unfortunately. Okay, now don't raise your attack. Okay, perfect. I have way too many bad memories of this thing raising its attack sets. Only a 10% chance, but if it happens, it's absolutely devastating. It takes some spike damage. However, I got the Leech Seed going on now, so this is going to help out quite a bit taking this thing down. It's going to do a good amount of chunk and get a lot of my HP back. So these two things combined, it's time to start spamming some Earthquakes. As it goes for Psychic. Interesting. Which does a lot more than I was hoping it'd do. Ouch. Now, how much does my Earthquake do in return? Let's find out. It does a pretty good chunk, all things considered. And that's going to trigger its Citrus Berry, because this thing does have a Citrus Berry. It's quite scary. Now, as long as I can take one more hit from this thing, I think we can take this thing out. He does have full restores. Hopefully he doesn't use them. He doesn't use them. Please live and knock this thing out. Come on, Arnold. Come on. Lives with 6 HP. Come on, Arnold. It's your time to shine. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There goes Metagross. The scariest thing in this entire game, taken out. It's not bad. And finally, his last Pokemon, Cradily. Let's see here. I think for Cradily, I'm gonna go right over here to Damsel. I think that's my best bet. Arnold's definitely not gonna be able to do anything to this thing unless I can get an Ice Beam off, but that's probably not gonna happen. His final Pokemon here, Cradily. Level 76, Rock Grass type. You heard me, Rock Grass type. It's a very weird typing. It's a very unique typing too. With the following moveset. This thing is the opposite of Armaldo. This thing is very tanky. And it can be kind of annoying to take it down. That being said though, I'm going to try and paralyze this thing, which would be absolutely fantastic if I can pull this off. As I get a first try, not bad. Alright, awesome. As it has Confuse Ray, that's going to be annoying. So I'm pretty sure this thing's moveset is something like, I think it has Ancient Power, Giga Drain, Confuse Ray, and Ingrain. If I remember all that right though, that's kind of a nerdy thing to do, but you know, I'm a nerd, so it makes sense. Now, hopefully I can hit this thing with a few Iron Tails to do some good damage. Not to myself, Damsel. Come on, not right now. It gets paralyzed, though, which is perfectly fine with me. Okay, come on. Pull through. Perfect. Okay, we hit the Iron Tail. We do some okay damage, all things considered. As it gets to the defense jump. Oh, crap. Actually, I meant to... Earlier, I said that Iron Tail has a chance of raising your defense by 10. It actually lowers your opponent's defense. So, it's actually the opposite of what I said. So, my bad. I mixed them up. But that's actually really good, because what that means is that with this combined with Arnold, I should be able to take this thing out no problem. Because Iron Tail's doing a lot more damage than it was before. And I get another defense drop. Wow, okay, I'll take it. As it goes for Ingrain. Okay. Now this may be kind of a risky move to go for here, especially since Iron Tail seems so tempting, but that thing has 75 accuracy. I don't know if I feel like risking it. I'm going to go for the Earthquake and hope it knocks it out. Okay, come on. Damsel, do it for the people at home. So close to knocking it out. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Because now okay, I live. That's good. That part's good at least. It's going to in-gain too, which I think is going to put him out. Wait, actually, maybe? Okay, he might still full restore. Let's see. He doesn't. Oh, Steven, you're a fool. You're a fool. What are you doing, Steven? He had 2 full restore left and he didn't even use it. I mean, I'll take it, but we did it. Not bad at all. I mean, I wanted to do it without using any items, but I'll take it doing it like 20 levels under levels. I'll definitely take that, at least. You. I had no idea how strong you become. Come to think of it, ever since our path first crossed in Granite's Cave in Dewford, I had this feeling. I thought that you would eventually become the champion. My predictions usually come true. And where will you go from here? Even I couldn't tell you that. And just like that, we've done it. We've overcome the strongest trainer in the Hoenn region, and Emerald's only super boss, unless you're counting the Frontier Brains, which for the sake of this project, we are not going to. That being said though, I don't know about you guys, but I think we should get out of here. My Pokemon kind of took a bit of a beating here, as you can see. 6 HP and 12 HP left alone. Good God, Steven, you put up a good fight. And honestly, yeah, 2 Power Stores left too, so if I didn't get lucky there, we definitely should have lost that, but oh well. That being said though, after a nice long battle, I think it's time for us to leave in style. And by leave in style, I mean it's time to leave spinning in circles! That all being said and done though, we've done it. We've taken on the final trainer, we've taken on all the legendaries in the main game. I think it's time to finally say we've completed our adventure. Before we go out, I want to say one final big thank you to everyone who's been watching up to this point, because this project has been going on for quite some time, way longer than I ever intended, and tons of people have been super supportive, and I just haven't been tons of fun with this project all this time as well, so hopefully you've been having as much fun as I have. And yeah, that being said though, I think I've said all I wanted to say about Pokemon Emerald, shown off all I wanted to show off as well. We've done everything I wanted to do, so that being said, I'm satisfied. This has been Gmon with Pokemon Emerald version. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next project. Peace out.